Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Diddy Kong Racing, so let's start racing! Anyway, last time we got started with this game, almost finished the first hop to be honest, Dino Domain. Don't forget, we're here on Timbers Island because of an evil Wizpig, Wizard Pig actually took over. And he's not able to take care of him by himself. So he asks his friends in order to help him. One of them being Tip Top, the turtle. The character I'm going to be playing this game with, at least the story mode of it. However, last time we also found out that this game is not just a kart game, kinda like Mario Kart is for instance. There are more vehicles in this game, one of them being the airplane, which we got introduced to at the end of the final episode. And you guessed it, this level, the only one we still had to do here in Dino Domain, Hot Top Volcano, is for the first time going to make use of that in one of its racing tracks. So let's see how well I can do with that. Luckily this track isn't the most difficult one. I should be able to survive. Let's go. We're still in the easy mode of this game after all, so winning these tracks should not be too difficult. As you can see, the first track where we're actually not racing in a kart, but racing in a plane. Despite this being a different vehicle, most of the mechanics actually still work the same. As you can see, we still have the bananas to accelerate ourselves a little bit, the more we have. There's also still the items, which also work the same. Red balloons actually give you the projectiles, the blue ones give you the booster items. So allow me to try to actually show that off for the first time. The regular booster we already know. However, last time I actually also talked about the level 3 booster the whole time, the biggest booster you can actually get in this game. I was unable to actually show that off. So allow me to try that here. Oh, miss one. Yeah, like I said, I'm not the biggest pro with the plane. I think it's the weakest of all my vehicles. Even including the hovercraft. The third vehicle we have not seen yet. We have yet to be introduced to that. Okay, let's go gather ourselves a couple of blue balloons finally. My opponents are not so much a problem here. Oh, oops. Does not hit that thing. Okay, here's number 3. The purple booster, the most powerful one. Let's use it. Bam! Okay, maybe not the most wise spot to actually use it. Okay, let's try that again, only this time in a little bit of a better spot. Watch this. Bam! Always one of my favorite things to do in this game. Let me give that away already. Finishing with a level 3 booster to actually blaze yourself over the finish line. I'll try to do that as many times as I can during this game. But anyway, that was the first plane track. And the final track in Dino Domain, so we're done with that. You know what that means? Clearing off all the tracks unlocks the mysterious door that has been taunting us ever since the beginning of this domain. Let's go see what this door means.
Well done, kids. Now I challenge you to a race.
Okay. It's boss time. Here in Dino Domain, the final challenge is actually racing against a dinosaur. I know, surprising. This track is actually rather interesting because as you can see by the map, it's actually a giant spiral. And he can flatten you, so be careful. Don't get trampled by him. But yeah, as you can see, this game actually makes use of... dinosaur's not the only thing that can flatten you. But this game actually makes use of boss stages, as you can see. Whenever you're done with one of the racing hubs, you finish off by beating a boss, racing against a boss. Usually someone that suits the domain, in this case a Dino Domain. All of the tracks were dinosaur themed, and therefore the boss is also a dinosaur. And we need to beat him in a race in order to finish off this domain. I'm doing terrible so far, so I'm not going to be surprised if I need another attempt, but I still have a chance. He's still on my side, so I should still be able to actually catch him. Okay, thank you for that little gap in the road. Otherwise that rock I wouldn't have been able to avoid. Because of this being a spiral mountain and it actually becoming narrower the further we get, cornering actually becomes a lot tighter, as you can see. Actually ending in a giant steep turn. Oh, yeah, there we go. Luckily there's rubber banding in this game, at least for the easy part of this game. So I'm still allowed to win. Let's see what happens next.
Well done, kid. Now try my new challenge. Collect all of my silver coins from around the Dino domain. You must find 8 from each level and win, and then come back to see me.
Aha. Just when you thought you were done here, there is more. Oh yeah, and there's this. Whenever you beat the boss, you also get a little bit of a hint by Tosh. But in this case, there was nothing new. Pressing brake while skidding is something I already explained while I went over the control, so that we already knew. But what we didn't know was that, as you can see... No, go away, TT. There is more in this domain. The moment you beat the boss, we actually get a new challenge. If you were thinking this game was a little bit too easy so far, this is where the true challenge finally begins. Just racing and winning a track is not enough anymore. Say hello to the silver coin challenge, where we need to collect silver coins and win. Just winning is no longer enough. All of the tracks now have 8 silver coins hidden in them, and we need to collect them all and win. Only then we will clear off this challenge. The challenge has begun. The easy part of this game is over. Now let's go to the true challenge of this game. Because in all honesty, all of the racing tracks regular was a little bit too easy. But that was just getting the feeling for all of the tracks. Basically a test run, you might say. Now the true challenge begins. As you can see, we have these silver coins with the N64 logos on them. And we need to collect these. All 8 of them. Don't think you can only collect 7 and win. That won't count. You need to collect all 8 of them and finish first. Just like with the regular challenge, if you get all 8 coins and enter 2nd place or lower, you won't clear off the challenge. This first track is still really easy. As you might have seen, I was able to collect all 8 silver coins in the first lap. They were all just lying around in the middle of the track. Nothing too special about them. Even here you might say, the game is teaching us how the mechanic works. We need to get used to it first. Then the later racing hubs, I can remember some of them are in really tricky locations. And this can get pretty nasty, but luckily even this gets introduced pretty easily in the first world. Only to become harder and harder the further we get in this game. And that is basically how it works. And I was promising challenge here in the silver coin challenge, yet this is also not proving too challenging. But that is only because we're just getting started with this. And as you may expect, clearing off these challenges will give you a new golden balloon. Even these races still count towards your progress. You need to do them. Okay, that is the silver coin challenge. Let's go find ourselves a door with a 7 on it. It's the only thing we can enter. Fossil Canyon, part 2. The silver coin challenge. Fossil Canyon. Let's go see if they hide the silver coins in a little bit of a trickier location this time. In all honesty, I don't really remember. I rarely do this. Usually I only play this game on the hard mode. Oops, spoiler alert. So let's go see where they are. It's going to be semi-new to me as well. No, Diddy. A computer player who's ahead of me. We have not seen that a whole lot in this project. but it was only because of the game placing that first coin besides the booster. And speaking of booster, this one you actually need to grab by boosting over this lake, but I missed the booster, so... In that case, we need to be a little bit more patient in order to get that one. This one's all in clear sight. And there's the final one. Bam! Once again, all 8 of them in 1 lap time. Of course you don't have to, you can actually grab them throughout the entire race. You don't have to grab them in the first lap. It is nice if you do that, because if you do the 2nd and 3rd lap, you don't actually have to worry about those coins anymore. Then you can just start racing normally. Just keep in mind you aren't always able to do so, especially in later tracks in this game. They sometimes get placed in such a way that you can't actually grab all of them in one lap. That you actually have to go over split pathways, taking the left pathway in the first lap and then the right one in the second, in order to grab all of them. So I won't be making a challenge out of that in this game, trying to grab all of the silver coins in every single track in the first lap. That is impossible in some of the tracks, so allow me to only try to do it in the first world. Because there I'm pretty sure you can do it. The easy mode of this game. Ooh, there's an oil stain on the track. I'm ahead by so far. I can show off how it looks like if you get hit by that. Okay, there's 2. Oh. And I went to the trouble to try to show off what it looks like if you get hit by oil. And the game does it for me when the race has ended. If I only knew that. Okay, we're at Jungle Falls, it seems like. 8 balloons required. And that is what we have. Jungle Falls. Okay, if I remember correctly, this one is a little bit trickier in comparison to the first 2. Not necessarily all of the coins in the middle of the track. Okay, this first one's also already going to be a problem. Get out of the way, guys. Okay, I see number 2 over there. As you can see, in this track they start placing them a little bit on the sides a little bit more. Oh. Come on. Okay, I'll come back for that in the second lap. At least I know where it is. Okay, here's another one. One in the skull over there. And one over here. Okay, I missed 2. I'm not too sure where that other one is. Probably on the bridge somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And over there. There we go. Oh, let's not miss the tunnel. Okay, this is the first track where you can clearly see the intention of the silver coin challenge. Sometimes you need to get out of your way a little bit in order to grab all of them, making it quite challenging to actually keep racing properly. Because don't forget, like the explanation of this mechanic told, we're not just collecting the silver coins, we also still need to win the race. And sometimes you need to get out of the way so much that you actually lose a lot of positions, and therefore winning the race is not always per se easy to do. Because, dang you Diddy, luckily I still win. Or Conker, I'm not too sure which one of you two did that, but still. I'm actually surprised they didn't pass me after that. Like I was trying to say, the game is still pretty easy, so the computer players are still easily caught up. But even at this point, still in the first world, we can already notice the computer players are becoming a little bit more difficult the further we get. And speaking of difficult, just like last time, Hot Top Volcano seems to be closed off for us right now. 10 balloons are required, but we only have 9. So just like last time, we are returning to the main hub in order to see what we need to do next. Oh, Tosh went to us immediately. A car challenge. To test your driving skills, you must race me around the island. Okay. Tosh actually challenges us randomly. And yeah, this is also something we need to do, as you can see. There's an island race here. This first one being really easy. We just do this giant circle in the middle of the overworld here. Nothing too special. But it is required for one of the golden balloons, obviously. One in fact that we need. Normally I don't bother going to the overworld in order to grab all of the golden balloons the moment we can. I usually just keep on going in the racing worlds and only go out and try to get golden balloons in the overworld if I actually have to. Like in this case, I only had 9 golden balloons, so I couldn't even do Hot Top Volcano, even if I wanted to. But the moment you beat this easy, basic little race, Tosh will give you a golden balloon, obviously. This is the introduction to this mechanic. Obviously, there's also going to be a race like this for the plane and the hovercraft later on, but those aren't accessible yet. Because as you can see, Tosh will approach you on his own. Don't think you can approach him and try doing these races. He will approach you, and those races aren't unlocked until certain points in the game. But you'll find out the moment you actually exit the world. He will approach you or he will not. It's that simple. Okay, the first silver coin challenge, well, flying. Let's go see how that works. Obviously, because of it being a flying track and therefore the track being a lot more open, if you know what I mean. The locations for coins to be hidden are vastly greater. So definitely take into account that all of the tracks where we actually fly, those can be really annoying to actually find all of the silver coins. But luckily it's still World 1, so in this one it is not too bad. But I can remember one of the final tracks in this game with the plane. The silver coins are really nastily hidden. They can get pretty nasty in some occasions. Oh, missed one. But luckily there's more laps, so I missed 3 of them. No, one is over here. One is to the left over here if you don't take that shortcut. And I really like hitting that rock, by the way. Okay, the final one is in the final stretch. Near that zipper. Okay, this is where it's coming up. Do be careful if you decide to go through the first zipper. You might lose your control and still miss that coin. So if you're worried you're going to miss that coin, you might even decide to actually skip that first zipper. Oh, come on. Me hitting that first wall I can imagine, because I went way too fast there, but the second one wasn't necessary. Okay, let's grab ourselves 3 blue balloons again. Oh, missed one. No, missed the second one too. Never mind. Like I said, I will try to finish off any track with a level 3 booster if I can, but sometimes my lack of skill with the plane actually prevents that from happening. So it seems like we're doing it with a level 2 booster instead. Also still fun. But the most important thing is 8 silver coins collected and first place gotten. So, Mr. Dinosaur, your silver coin challenge was fun. Nice little way to actually put some challenge in this game. But that is now completed. And like he said, the moment we clear the silver coin challenge, we will need to face him again. There's no silver coin challenge in here, by the way, so don't go expecting that.
Fantastic! If you can beat me again, I'll give you a special prize.
Ooh, special prize. That I want. But for that, we first need to beat this guy again. When it comes to the boss stages and their differences, the first and second time you actually do them, there's basically only one. They are faster and nothing more. Last time you actually saw that he held back a little bit at the end, giving us a chance to still pass him. I'm pretty sure he will still do that, but in general he's going to be faster. So if you're behind by too far, even that slowing down won't help you anymore. However, I'm also going to be faster, because unlike last time, I still have something to actually show off in this track. This spiral mountain, which is not the spiral mountain from Banjo-Kazooie, but still, it is a spiral mountain. Apparently that's a rare thing, spiral mountains. But there's actually a shortcut in here. You might have noticed it the moment I passed it the first time through. If you look at the left wall, eventually you will actually find a couple of plants attached to the left wall, over here. And here you actually want to take a turn and go through the mountain. Cutting a major part off. It's not a very big shortcut, because I'm pretty sure that you're just as fast if you actually don't go through there, because as you can see, he's still behind us. In fact, he's in front of us, especially if I missed a missile. But really close by him, so his slowing down at the top should still give us victory. Not if I hit the tree. Yeah, barely. As you can see, it is still pretty lenient, his slowing down, but if you're behind too far, you will still lose, so don't see this as an easy way to win.
Piece of the amulet. Now try the trophy challenge. See you later.
Okay, beating him for the second time actually gives us two things, as he said. First one being a piece of the amulet. Congratulations, you have won a piece of the magical amulet. There are 3 more pieces to collect. Good luck. And you might recognize Wizpig's face in it, even though it's only a quarter piece of it. This is actually what we need in order to open up the big Wizpig statue. Collect all 4 of them in all 4 of the racing worlds in order to get access to the final boss. However, he also mentioned the trophy challenge, and that is actually something we can find in here. The moment an entire hub is cleared off, we can do the trophy challenge. And that is what we will be doing next. But we'll be doing it next time, because time is up. The trophy challenge up next. Treecks out.